Well, good morning. It's the 17th of June. It's a Friday. And it's 58 degrees. We're getting a late start. It's 5:45. I think I said that. I'm not sure. And I'm not sure why the light is on the side of the garage. That's a motion sensor, which means something had to pass through there. I don't see anything. There's a little bit of wind, but not enough to set that off. So I don't know why it's on. It was on last night too. So I don't know whether I have to turn it off, turn it back on to reset it. Yeah, it is. We are getting a late start today. As you can tell, it's cloudy. It rained overnight, and then my alarm clock, since it's cloudy and we don't have a lot of sun, he didn't know it was time to get up. So we can't do much work outside. We can't mow the grass. So probably make more blueberry muffins. Ran to town yesterday, filled up the 1 5-gallon can of ethanol-free gas, topped up the diesel at Smith's in Springfield here. They're at $5.99 a gallon. Dysart's in Lincoln is $5.99 a gallon. The Whitney, I think, was $6.04 or $6.14. I don't know. They're always high. But that's where I get my ethanol-free gas. And what else do we do? Stopped off in Steaks and stuff to pick up a couple of things there in the newspaper. And Rita picked up a Subway sandwich for lunch. I didn't have lunch. I had eaten too much junk food earlier. So she had the last part of the sandwich for dinner. So I had a small ham sandwich on rye bread. Oh, we got back at 3 o'clock, and neighbor up the street, Eli, texted me that they're there. Oh, this guy's late. Eli texted me that they're there, but he's having trouble with his I don't know who that is. That's a different car. Hyundai. Who was that, Flynn? I don't know who that was. Do you recognize him? Okay. He was having trouble with his Starlink implementation. He was asking what direction mine is pointing. Now the Starlink antenna, you plug it in and it tilts up and down, rotates left and right to lock on the satellites. So shouldn't matter where mine is pointed. But I installed the Compass app on my phone. Went out there and stood behind my dish and oriented myself so that I could be looking the same direction the dish is pointed. And it was 20 degrees off of true north. Well, north. I don't know what true north is. So it was a little bit northeast. So I sent that to him, and jumped in the side-by-side. Ran out there to see what he was doing. Met his dad. And tried a couple of things. Didn't work. He had set it up in back where he lives, down along the coast of Maine, down in Millbridge, which I think is 108 miles as the crow flies. So he took it out of the box down there, put it on the porch, plugged it in, it went online right away. So up here we tried all sorts of things, and he did not use the stow option when he moved it. So that was the first thing we tried. We stowed it, and then we unstowed it. That didn't help. We did a hard reset, turned the power off, turned the power back on. That did nothing. So I took a run over to our friend Bill and Pauline's house. Because Bill did Starlink, about a month ago. And he's up and running, no problem. So I looked to see what direction his was pointing. His was 2 degrees off of north. Spent some time chatting with Bill and Pauline. Bill's putting a wraparound deck on his place. My ankle's starting to bother me now. So I didn't know Bill had a motorcycle. Bill's got a 1994 Harley. And he also moved a Dodge Power Wagon. He had bought it 8 years ago and had it sitting someplace. So that's out in on his property that had to be worked on. It sat for 8 years. So he had it towed up. It's, I think it was 63, he said. 2-door Power Wagon. 318 cubic inch engine. Of course, 4-wheel drive. It needs some major body work. I don't think it's been touched since it was built back in '63. It had been a truck out in Colorado, so I don't know if I saw a lot of salt out there in the snows. But I was really impressed with the truck. It's haven't seen a Power Wagon from that year. So Bill asked me if I'd seen the 2000 Mules video. I had not, so he lent me his CD so I can watch it, or DVD. So I'll be watching that today. And he said I'd probably stop by the house later. So I'll have to watch it before it comes over. So I had told Eli which direction Bill had his dish pointed. That didn't help him. Eli's is up on a 16-foot pole. So he tried rotating it that way, reset it, and he was still offline. So I looked at the Starlink site, and sure they have the portability option, which is used for recreational vehicles, and you pay an extra $25 a month. Also, I saw he gave me his credentials to log it to his account. I saw that his dish was registered for Millbridge, and that you can edit the address. I was hoping that editing the address and then having him reset it would allow us to lock onto different satellites. But after changing the address and resetting it, it still didn't work. So we opted for the portability. Turned portability on, and 5 seconds later he was online. So at least he's working, and he's got, he's going to have to call or write to Starlink support, tell him that he had bought it 4 up here, but he didn't understand the geo-locking on it. He's going to try and negotiate to have it locked in here without the portability option, to say that $25 a month. So we'll see. So he's up here until tomorrow. So I'll touch base with him later and see whether it stayed operational overnight. Glenn took care of business last night, yesterday afternoon, so he's not going to do anything now. I thought it was going to be colder. There was a cold front coming through. It was going to be causing these showers. But it's actually warmer this morning than it was yesterday. Come on, buddy. And now the political rant of the day. The Fed raised the interest rate by 3/4 of a point because of inflation, to try and stop the rise of inflation. And I understand the housing market. Between March and April, the supply of houses available for sale jumped up by, I think, 450,000, which is a huge number. So with the rise in interest rate, and people had been snatching up houses because the interest rates were so low on mortgages. I don't know whether we're going to have a repeat of the 2007-2008 housing bust. So, let's see. In the house, buddy. Come on. Come on. Good boy. The truck took 10 gallons of diesel, so it's hard to stop the fuel pump, and you're trying to round it out. So it was $60.01. So fuel is topped off in the truck. I've got 25 gallons of ethanol-free gas on hand. Gonna have a flank steak for dinner tonight. And looks like bacon muffins is on the chore list today. Oh, I did stop into Richard's sports shop yesterday. I had taken a short video of my side-by-side when trying to start it. The starter just doesn't want to turn over. And he said to bring the battery in, they'll load test the battery. There were a couple other things, check the solenoid and check the contacts, make sure that they're not corroded. So, the starter was replaced last year, so it shouldn't be a starter. So maybe in replacing the starter, the contacts weren't tightened down. Who knows? But maybe that's one of the things we'll work on today. And while we're there, he had Polaris General 1000 and Razor 1000. The General was a really, really nice looking machine. It was really comfortable leather seats. I think they were leather seats. And the General has a tilting bed that was $29,800. I did look at the price tag on the Razor, but can't remember. And the motion sensor light is off. So there's a pretty black metal flake paint job with radio and all sorts of gadgetry. So too much money for my taste. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching.